Okay, so you might have noticed there's this mass immigration going on lately. Everybody's talking about it. Immigration. Well, first of all, migration rather than immigration means people are imperfecting or immigrating rather than perfecting or migrating, if you know what I mean. You know, there's a certain way to do things. There's practical, there's impractical, there's migrating or there's immigrating. Right now people are immigrating. The borders are being opened to anybody to go through in a lot of places right now. Now, why am I speaking about this? Well, I'm speaking about this because there's a lot of places nowadays that are permitting these immigrants, right, to come through there. And there's a reason, there's a causing of why this is happening. And it's because of this renewables. You see, there's a pattern here. These renewables, whatever solar goes up, whatever wind turbines go up, they have to be connected to the grid that's connected to the plant that's being run by the plants. All right. Now what happens is that electricity that gets regenerated by those solar panels and those turbines, it goes into the grid, but the plants are left on anyway. They always have to stay on. Now they're saying they're going to turn the gas up. This is with the gas ones. The coal ones, they always have to stay up. They can't put them down on low, and they can't put more coal to make it go hotter. They have to always stay on high, so you're wasting more electricity. Okay, but with the gas can stay low, and it can. What happens with gas generators is that when they're on, they can detect when an appliance is using electricity, so it can switch up automatically. You know, with the gas, you turn the gas goes up. You turn it down. It's very easy to turn the gas up and down, but you can't do that with coal. All right, that's the first thing for the places that are still connected to coal. All right, then you've got the places that are switched to gas, better, but you see, the gas always that has to stay on idle anyway for there to always be electricity running through, so they always have to be on. Now, I don't know what they're doing with this electricity that's being reproduced through this cable. So they've got excess amount running through these cables, so many kilowatts, that's not even being used. It gets wasted. Nobody's going to use all that electricity. Think about it. How much is constantly, when all that's required for any home is all a little generator to maybe do your washing, to maybe a couple of other things, and that's it. You don't even need it that much. All right. The rest you can have a battery powered for your light bulbs, and that's it. You can charge a few small batteries while you're doing your washing, and that's it. That's all that's required. You can have the gas heating. You don't have to have an electric heater which heats up the cables, which can melt your sockets. I put a few posts on there because I got an electric heater. I noticed that they melt the sockets in the wall. It's not if I got a choice about it. All right, that's all that's around for me right now. I'm doing it a lot tough right now. I'm figuring out things. That's about as best I can do. But yeah, they melt the sockets. They can melt it. Okay, so be careful. Okay, because there's very disastrous consequences to imperfecting, to impracticalizing things, to immigrating, if you know what I mean. It's in that category. Okay, this is all that's going to be the outcome of all this nonsense. That's why in the USA now that Trump is in, Trump has quit all that renewables, and you see what's happening? All them people, they're going out of there. All right, things are settling down again, or how they should be. All right, so it has to be on the level. All right, so that's what's happening with the immigration right now. Okay. See you later. Bye.